Welcome to Interactions in Android. After watching this video, you will be able to explain interactions in Android using an example, identify the different types of interactions in Android applications, and discuss the core concepts in Android for building functional applications. Imagine downloading an engaging and visually appealing new application on your phone, but the buttons are unresponsive and swipes don't register. This hampers your experience as a user, doesn't it? Besides being visually appealing, an app should also be intuitive and responsive to user interactions. The example highlights why user interactions are fundamental to any mobile application, especially in Android development. A seamless, intuitive, and interactive design enhances the user's experience, resulting in higher engagement and satisfaction. For instance, a user typing a query into a search bar and receiving instant suggestions or results. Interactions in Android include various ways in which users can interact with the application interface and its functionalities. These interactions can range from simple touch gestures to complex event handling mechanisms. The user interface, or UI, is the main platform for engagement, presenting information, and capturing actions. Next, let's look at some events in Android interaction. When a user presses a button in an app, it triggers a pressInteraction.press event, whereas releasing the button triggers a pressInteraction.release event. However, moving the finger away while the button is still pressed cancels it with a pressInteraction.cancel event. Let's now explore some common types of interactions in Android. These include touch interactions, gestures, UI component interactions, and advanced interactions. Let us learn about these interactions in detail. Touch interactions are the most basic form of interaction on Android devices. Common touch interactions include a single tap to trigger a button, double tap to zoom in content, and long press to bring up context menus. Gestures in Android involve complex interactions with multiple touch events. Here are two common gestures. The first is swipe, which allows you to scroll through content or pull down a list to refresh its content, and the other is pinch. It enables you to zoom in or out images or maps. Another important Android interaction includes UI components. These interactions include a variety of elements that users interact with in an Android application. The key elements include buttons, recycler views, and dialogues. Buttons are the most common UI elements that trigger when clicked, such as Submit button, a button labeled Submit in a form that sends the user's input to the server, or Floating Action button, or FAB, a round button usually located at the bottom right corner with an icon in the center representing its action, such as adding new items in a note-taking app. Recycler View is a powerful component to display lists and grids efficiently. It allows you to display a list of contacts in a phonebook app, where each item can be clicked on to view details. In social media apps like Instagram or Facebook, Recycler View displays posts in a scrollable list where each post can be liked or commented on. Next, dialogues prompt user input or display critical information, enhancing interaction and user engagement. Android also offers several advanced interactions, such as drag and drop, animations, and transitions, which create an engaging and dynamic user experience. Building an engaging and fully functional Android app requires understanding its core concepts. Some of the important concepts are activities, services, and broadcast receivers. Let us learn about these concepts in detail. An activity is the part of an app where the user interacts with it. Each screen in an app is usually an activity. For example, in a messaging app, the screen where you see your list of messages is one activity, and the screen where you type a new message is another. Activities provide a user interface, handle interactions, and can even launch other activities, letting you seamlessly navigate your app. They use intents to pass data and instructions between different parts of the app. Next, a service is a back-end component for performing extended operations without a user interface. Services handle tasks such as playing music, fetching network data, or processing data, even when the user is not interacting with the app. Broadcast receivers act as an application's ears. These components receive system-wide events, such as boot completion, low battery, or when a new message arrives, a notification is displayed. In this video, you learned that user interactions are a fundamental aspect of any Android mobile application. A seamless and intuitive interactive design can significantly enhance user experience, leading to higher engagement and satisfaction. The most common type of interactions in Android include touch interactions. These are the most basic form of interactions. Gestures involve complex interactions with multiple touch events. UI component interactions include a variety of elements that users interact with, and advanced interactions create an engaging and dynamic experience. Finally, you learned about essential concepts that are crucial for building functional and responsive Android applications. These include activities. These are part of an app where the user interacts with it. Next are services, which serve as back-end components for performing extended operations, and broadcast receivers for receiving system-wide events.